Good morning children, welcome to the math class. Today we will do question number 4a, b and question number 5 from chapter 12 algebraic expression exercise 12.1. Identify question number 4a. Identify the terms which contains x and give the coefficient of x. Here we are not giving all the terms and all the coefficient. Here we are giving only the term which contain x according to the question, which contain x and the coefficient of x. Now I have made this table, and by using this table we have written expressions terms of with x square and coefficient of x square. You can clearly see the question is y square x plus y. This is an expression y square x plus y. Here the term which contain x is y square x. This term is containing x. So the terms with x square, terms containing x and coefficient of x, not x square. So y square x, the terms which is containing x is y square x. Now which number, which value or which variable, whatever it is the coefficient of x, except x, whatever is remain you can write here. So y square x is the coefficient y square is the coefficient of x here. It is very clear for everybody that y square x plus y expression is this. Terms which containing x is y square x and the coefficient of x is, you will cover the variable which for which you are finding the coefficient. You will cover the coefficient and whatever remain you will write here. Next question is x plus y plus 2. The term which containing x is only this one, so it is 1, and the coefficient with x is, you can see, only 1. Next 1 plus xy. Here this term is also containing x and this term is also containing x. So two terms we are finding here. One is x and another is xy. So these are the two terms which containing x, and for this term you can see that coefficient is 1. Nothing, if that means 1 plus 1 is there. So you can write 1. And for this one, which is, what is the coefficient of x? Yes, you can write that the coefficient of x is y. Last question we are doing, we are not doing all the sums, we are only alternatively, we have selected 1, 3, 5 and 7. In question number 7, you can see that 7 plus x y square. The term which containing x, the term which containing x is xy square. So this term we have to select now x y square positive, so positive sign xy square, and the coefficient of x, again you will cover this. What is left here? Y square. So this is the coefficient of x. Okay. Next question is question number B. Here you have to find the expression in from an expression, the terms with y square and the coefficient of y square. So terms with y square, find out 8 minus xy square. So which term is containing y square? Yes, obviously this is minus xy square. So I have to select the sign also, minus xy square. So which term is containing y square? xy square. Now, if I cover y square, because we have to find the coefficient of y square, if I cover y square, then which number is left, which variable, whatever it is left is the coefficient of y square. It will be minus x. Yes, it will be minus x. 5y square. Next, question number 2. 5y square plus 7x. Yes, very clearly, which term is containing y square? 5y square. Now, the coefficient of y square is 5. 2x square y minus 15xy square plus 7y square. So two terms we can find here, minus 15xy square, another is 7 plus 7y square. So when we are finding the coefficient of y square, we will only cover y square. Then what are remaining are the coefficient of y square. So minus 15x minus 15x is the coefficient of y square in this term, and here only 7. Okay. Next sum is, now question number 5. Classify into monomials, binomials and trinomials. We have explained it before only in the introductional part. We have already explained single terms, which expression containing single terms is monomial, single term is monomial, two terms binomials, three terms trinomials. So we have to classify now which one is monomial, binomial and trinomial. You can see question number 1, 4y minus 7z. How many terms are there? Yes, two terms, 4y and minus 7z. So we can write it as a binomial. Only one term, so monomial. This is also monomial. 1, 2, 3. Trinomial, three terms are there. So we can write trinomial. This one, you can see how many terms are there. You can count and tell me. Yes, 4p square q minus 4p q square. Two terms, very clearly 4p square q and minus 4p q square. So it will be a binomial. And this one is z square minus 3z plus 8. Three terms, so we can write it trinomials. So in this way you have to classify monomial, binomial or trinomial. Now question number 6. Read the question first. State whether a given pair of terms is of like or unlike terms. Are they like terms or unlike terms? When we are finding any terms, they are like or unlike, we have to concentrate on their variables only, and if the variables are same, then we will concentrate the power of the variables. These two things we have to concentrate. Are the variables same? If the variables are same, then second condition is, are the powers are also same? If these two conditions are fulfilled or satisfied, then we can say that these two terms are like terms. And in the first question, there is no variables. These two are constant terms. So we can write that these are like terms. We can do any mathematical addition, subtraction by these two constant terms. So we can write it a like term. Like terms. Now come to the second question, minus 7x, comma 5 by 2x, both the terms containing variable x. As the variables are same, so the terms are same. We will not consider is there minus sign, is it a fractional number, is it a whole number. Nothing is required to find out when we are finding a like terms. We have to find that, we have to consider, are the variables same? If the variables are same, are their powers are also same? Yes, their variables are x and their power is 1, so they are also like terms. Come to this sum, minus 29x, comma minus 29y. See, the variables are not same. One is x, another is y. So you will not consider these two terms are like terms. So they are unlike. Unlike terms. Come to this sum, very important, and try to understand it. 14xy and 42yx. See, the variables are xy and xy. If I change this, if I find this variable in this way, 42 or 14xy, so we can write that the variables are 3 Factors are there, one is 14, x and y. So the variables are x and y. In 42 yx, 42 yx also, in 42 yx, we can see that three terms are there, three factors are there, 42, y and x. So what we can see that x is a factor of here, x is here, y is here, y is here. So the factors are same, and at the same time their powers are also same. So what we can write that though it is xy and yx, but the factors are same. Into condition, the factors are in same value, so and their powers are also same, so we can write that they are like terms. Next question is 4m square p and 4m p square. 4m square p and 4m p square. Though the variables are m and p, but their powers are not same. Here m is coming 2 times and p is 1 time. But in this term, you can see that m is 1 time and p is 2 times. So they are not like terms. Though they are variables, x, p, m and p, but the powers are not same. Therefore, they are unlike term, unlike terms. Next, 12xz. Last one, question number 6, 12xz and 12x square, sorry, x square z square. In question it is written x square z square. So what you can see that though the variable is xy and xz and xz, but the powers are not same. That's why you can say that we have to write that it is unlike term. I hope the concept of like terms and unlike terms is very clear to you, and it will help you when you will do addition subtraction. In this way, you have to arrange according to their like terms. So this sum will help you in that addition and subtraction. Practice it, students. Thank you.